It's time for Michigan Sports Talk Morning Show, broadcasting live all across the state of Michigan and Northwest Ohio. This is X's and Bros.
Swings it out to Sadiq Bey. Gets Benny B to
To Abdul-Rahman at midcourt. Extra pass. And it goes for the win. The three-pointer by Jordan Poole. Here's the give. Walker! Kenny Walker! Touchdown! Spotty!
Goff's got it. Back. Looks. Throws. Ends up.
Yes!
Caught! Touchdown Detroit Lions! They did it! Amon-Ra St. Brown in the receiving end!
Sends one to deep left center field. Back it goes, and that ball's out of here. A grand slam from Miguel Cabrera. He's got 2 goals. Larkin in on goal. Scores! His first career hat trick in his 7th season for Dylan Larkin.
Here's your host, Anthony Bellino.
Rise and shine, folks. Good Victory Monday to you. It is the 19th day of December 2022. We welcome you here to X's and Bros on the Michigan Sports Network. Danny Cahalan, Ryan Elke, Anthony Bellino, all joining you. Thank you for joining us, no matter who you are, where you are, how you may be listening, all across the great state of Michigan and in Northwest Ohio as well. From Traverse City down to the Glass City, GR to the Motor City, we say good morning to you. We welcome you. We thank you. We appreciate you. And, of course, we encourage you. Join the program at any time. Text the keyword Sports Radio. Send that to 21,000 Sports Radio. 21000. Meyer Supercenter guest line 248-951-2176. 248-951-2176. We're on Twitter at XB Mornings, Facebook, X's and Bros. And, of course, good morning to our television audience as well. Comcast Channel 900 and BCSN on Buckeye Broadband. Find our podcast. Listen back to anything you may have missed on demand by visiting Google, Apple, Spotify, and, of course, the iHeartRadio app. MichiganSportsNetwork.com is the website. xbmornings@gmail.com is our fan feedback email inbox. And you can find us individually on Twitter. Danny Cahalan is at Dan in the studio. Ryan Elke is at RyanL_Key. And I'm Anthony Bellino at AAC Bellino. Gentlemen, good morning to both of you. What is going on? How is everybody? What's happening?
Feeling good, living better. I don't know. I don't think that's true. I'm feeling pretty good now. Feeling pretty good.
Pretty tough to beat this feeling right here, isn't it?
Yeah. Not that it matters and they are out of the playoff spot, but if you look at the actual standings on the NFL Jesus, the Lions are one of the tiebreakers. Like, they actually have a tiebreaker next to their, like, they are on the losing end of said tiebreaker, but it's cool to just know that there's, like, they're in it, that tiebreaker might actually matter at some point.
Whoa. What is NFL Jesus?
There's a stat
website. It's a website that the NFL has that's, like, literally instantaneous stats.
Wow. We like instantaneous. Wait a minute. Has that been did you just reveal your secret?
No, because you have to have a login. I mean, the login, if you know, there's one login that literally everybody has.
Yep, Dan gave it to me like 5 years ago.
I'll give it to you in the break,
yeah,
Anthony.
It's saved in my computer. So, no, and Jesus, GSIS is how Jesus is spelled for the website.
Here, I'll text it to you right now, and you'll be amazed.
All right. I'm looking forward to this. And it's the NFL site?
Yeah, they put it out.
Oh, wow. Is there I wonder if the NBA has one of those.
The NBA is a little, you have to, like, actually be a member of their media login, like their media community. This one is, you do not.
Gotcha. That's good. That is good. All right. Boy, what an exciting weekend. I mean, my goodness. Did you guys stay up and watch the Sunday night game between the Giants and the Commandos last night?
I mean, it was on as I was laying there, and then I fell asleep.
Oh, what a football game. at the end. The Commanders got a touchdown. They went for 2. Some mysterious penalty took place. So then they backed them up, and then they decided not to go for 2 and to kick the extra point and miss the extra point. What a series of events that it was just, and then right at the end, I mean, Taylor Heineke was just chucking the ball down the field. Dodson was running wild. Scary Terry running wild. Saquon Barkley running wild. Like what a fun game that was last night between Washington and New York. So at least it was entertaining. I'll give them that, because I was a little normally most seasons I would hate that game with all my heart. But this year, especially with the implications to our beloved Lions, that it was time to it was time for them to put on a show, and they did. It was a highly entertaining football game, which was fantastic. The Lions obviously are the major topic of today's program. We have etched out a little bit of time for the Detroit Red Wings, a little bit of time for the World Cup, and a little bit of time for the Detroit Pistons. But today is a Lions. It's a Lions Victory Monday, and it is.
And
so
I want to
sweet.
touch on this before we dive fully into Lions.
Touch me, tease me, tell me that you need me.
So the ending of the Raiders-Patriots game.
The who?
I'm going to let you do it because they deserve the full-on.
Raiders.
Yeah, after that, I think it was Emmanuel Acho goes, we need to feel bad for Patriots fans because that's a real heartbreaking way to lose a game.
Oh.
No.
Don't give me that.
No. They've won 7 Super Bowls or whatever it is. I will never feel sorry for a New England, Boston, Northeast fan ever again. After having to see that championship kid, I'm 12 and this is my 20th parade. You deserve 100 years of losing now.
They really do.
You deserve to lose that game, and we deserve to laugh at you, and you can flash all your championship poster board again to us. Like, I will never feel bad about anything that happens to you, and that's what you get for hiring Matt Patricia back and making him offensive coordinator.
Oh, is that offense stink or what? And finally, there are some accounts that I follow, some East Coasters that are not happy with Matt Patricia. And it's like, you know what? Good. Somebody else. And now we know it wasn't just us. And as he has elevated his status to the play caller of that offense has taken a monstrous step back. Mac Jones looks terrible. The entire team looks awful. And it's all Matt Patricia's fault. There you go. That most fair, most honest show in radio. There it is, right there. Good. I hope you people suffer. We've seen enough. New England. Come on. Manuel Acho, you're better than that. The best part about it all is that they tried to run that lateral play, and then it winds up in the hands of the Raiders, and Mac Jones is there, and he gets stiff-armed. He gets the stiff arm from hell, and it sends him right into the ground. Like, that was the best part about that. That was just like icing on the cake.
It was Chandler Jones who picked off the lateral, former Patriot. One of those trades where Patriots fans are like, why are we getting rid of this guy? Because all he's done has just been a stud everywhere he went after New England.
And Mac Jones on the sidelines, chewing out teammates. Like, you don't have that kind of, I don't know. That's a delicate situation. You better have the game to back that up. You better have the game. You better have the resume to be able to, get after some guys. Because be honest with you, you're not playing. You're not playing at an all pro level. You're not playing at a Pro Bowl level. You're playing like cheeks. But at a very, very exciting Sunday across the NFL, we had that Jaguars game taking place against the Cowboys. That was nutty. I can't get my NFL Red Zone to work on the app. That's frustrating. Oh man, a lot of just chaos yesterday. But it's good. It's good. It was today's Victory Monday, and we're going to start into it on the other side of the break. We're going to get into the Lions victory over the New York Jets. Jets, baby. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked right here to X's and Bros on the Michigan Sports Network.
Your Auto Value Auto Parts store is part of a network of more than 300 family-owned stores and are locally run by some of your own friends and neighbors. Every day, we work hard to provide you with all the automotive aftermarket parts and accessories you'll ever need. Name brands too, like Champion, Seafoam, Wix, Lucas, Mobile, and more. The auto parts you need at the value you've come to expect. So thanks again for shopping locally at Auto Value, where service is the difference. We get it.
Football fans can turn a loss into a win with the king of sportsbooks. Hi, this is Matt Shepard. Just place a single first touchdown score or prop bet on any Monday or Thursday pro football game. If your bet loses, you'll receive up to $25 back in free bets. This offer is available all season long. Wager confidently and take your game to the next level with BetMGM. Just log onto your account or download the BetMGM app and sign up today. Then wager on any player to score the first touchdown in any Monday or Thursday pro football game. And if your bet misses, you'll still get up to $25 back in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. This is a new and existing customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire 7 days from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Share your thoughts all morning long on the Meyer Guest Line. Call 248-951-2176. That's 248-951-2176. Now, back to Danny, Ryan, and AB.
Pocket collapses, and he gets thrown down by Okwara. Pressure Hutchinson initially for Detroit.
Coverage good, but look at the guys getting there, and you said it. Hutchinson, 97, forces him, and when Zach White...
Oh, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Beautiful. Romeo Okwara, welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, folks, it's bowl season. And it's bowl season in Detroit. There's only one place to experience all the action in the heart of downtown. The 8th Annual Quick Lane Bowl will feature Bowling Green State University against New Mexico State. The Falcons against the Aggies at Ford Field on December 26th. Quick Lane Bowl Fan Fest with tailgate games, food and drink specials, photo opportunities begins at 1 p.m. Kickoff is at 2:30. There's nothing quite like the holidays in football. Family 4-pack start at just $69. Head on over to QuickLaneBowl.com. That's QuickLaneBowl.com for more information. Welcome back here to X's and Bros. Of course, we'll have the annual stocking stuffers for you. What's better than taking your kids to a game? Well, taking your kids to a game for free. That's what's better. And we are going to be sending you to the Quick Lane Bowl. So stay tuned. Get those phones out. Have them ready. Next hour is we're going to begin taking calls for the Quick Lane Bowl. Ooh, man, I'm excited. I'll be there. So I'll see you there. All right, let's get into it. A lot of different ways to attack this game. We've got a lot of time to do it today. I love a good Victory Monday. We have been waiting a very long time to do this, right? And you might be saying, well, to do what? To be able to expect to win, to be able to play meaningful games, just to be able to do anything. To have Sundays where it's just different. And I can't tell you, because you already know, how disappointing the last 3 years were under the Quinn Patricia debacle. Like how that team was it was difficult to root for them. It was. It's not the players' fault. It's definitely not the players' fault there. But it just wasn't it. And then you get this team that's they're a likable cast of characters. They truly are. Their head coach has this wild personality. He's a lovable character. And they go on the road against the New York Jets. And week after week after week, on this program, we have had people, call out Dan Campbell. And, hey, rightfully so. They've made some decisions and some choices throughout earlier portions of the season in which you could question what was going on there. Okay. And then you saw at the end of the game just horrific clock management by Robert Saleh. Just horrific. Like you have all your timeouts. All of them. And you're going to take the ball over 1st and 10 from your own 25. Like there's no 1st and 10 from your 25 with 149. You got to travel 75 yards, score to win the game, or field goal range, whichever you prefer. And you got to do it in just about 2 minutes. That's feasible. How in the world did you go from 1st and 10 at your 25? Now, granted, I know that Zach Wilson is sacked on this play, but get to the line of scrimmage. And it does take a second for the wide receivers to get back. Okay. But on 1st and 10 from your own 25, you take a sack and you allow 23 seconds to run off the clock. How do you do that? Where are you taking the timeouts after the game? Where are you going to take them? What are you going to do with them? You can't trade them in. It's not like, hey, I have my three timeouts and a pelt. Can I trade this for a bag of grain? I have my 3 timeouts. This is Oregon Trail, and you load up on the guns and ammo and you die of dysentery. This is what this is. You got everything you need, so you think. use the timeout. 1st and 10 from your own 25, and you allow 23 seconds to burn off the clock. You got to take the first timeout. Okay, maybe you don't want to. Okay. So now you're 2nd and 19 from your own 16. Great pressure there by Okwara. That was the highlight clip that you heard. And you throw an incomplete pass that only burns 7 seconds off the clock. And 3rd and 19 from the 16. Zach Wilson, there is no way you watched that game yesterday. No way you watched that game yesterday and thought that guy's an NFL quarterback. I mean, the Lions, dear God, the first half we didn't cover anybody. Just an arm punts down the field. That was a horrific display of quarterback. Mike White gave them their best chance to win. And had Mike White been in that football game, we might be singing a different tune today. But there is no way, whenever you're playing catch with somebody, if you're playing with a football, sometimes you're playing with a little kid, right? So the kid will throw a duck at you, right? It's like a wobbler, and it's just coming. It's not a tight spiral. Nothing tight about that. The nose of the football is like making a figure 8 in the air. If you take the football and you put your index finger on the crown of the football, right there at the tip of it, and you hold the ball, not like you're actually going to throw it like a football, but you put your hand there and throw it with your finger on the tip of it, it's going to come out of your hand exactly like Zach Wilson throws the football. It's going to come out of your hand, and the ball is going to basically be going end over end instead of spiraling. It's going to look like a punt. And every time you do that, if you're playing catch with a little kid, you're throwing it back and forth, and you mix that thing in there, they don't know what to do. That ball be coming out, and they think it's like a goose or something. Ah! They don't know what to do. That's what it looks like when Zach Wilson's throwing the football. I mean, I have heard enough about drafting the quarterback. I have. When it's time, it'll be time. I'm not going to get out here and I'm not going to say that, after we talked great about Jared Goff through the last, 6 weeks, we can't just throw him under the bus after a poor performance yesterday. We can't. And statistically, you might look at it and be like, 252, touchdown, okay. No, that offense was not good yesterday. That was not playoff caliber offense. They weren't. If Jared Goff would have been anywhere near his game from the week before, this game is a rout. Offense looked bad. It makes me wonder about playing outdoors a little bit. It does. That did come to my mind. But the clock management from Robert Saleh and the New York Jets coaching staff at the end of that game was just atrocious. How many times have we've seen the Lions do this? We've seen our Lions do this season, where you're sitting at home and you're looking at the scoreboard, you're watching the game, and you're like, dude, what are we doing? Call the timeout. Like, if you have to yell it at the TV, we have a problem. What are we saving timeouts for, Robert Saleh? For what? And there's been a lot of praise of him. I know he's a native. I get it. He's a local. His cousin actually listens to the show, I found out via Twitter yesterday.
Say Walla. Dan?
I don't know what that means.
Is Dan the cousin?
Dan is not the cousin. But if Dan was the cousin, I would say, look, it's nothing personal against Robert Saleh. We needed to win. But some people call into this program and talk about like that man is God. And Zach Wilson is the second coming of Joe Montana. Well, guess what? Zach Wilson's not. And every NFL franchise struggles with the clock. Why? I have no idea. Where is the game clock specialist? Should I apply for a role as the game clock specialist? All we have to do is sit down and have a meeting. How do we want to strategize at the end of the game? Here's the possible scenarios you could have. Let's take a look at each one and how we're going to approach it. Terrible by the Jets there at the end. We're going to step aside. The Jets might have blown it, but Brock Wright and the Lions get it done. We're continuing on to Victory Monday next here, X's and Bros, Michigan Sports Network.
Football fans can turn a loss into a win with the king of sportsbooks. Hi, this is Matt Shepard. Just place a single first touchdown score or prop bet on any Monday or Thursday pro football game. If your bet loses, you'll receive up to $25 back in free bets. This offer is available all season long. Wager confidently and take your game to the next level with BetMGM. Just log onto your account or download the BetMGM app and sign up today. Then wager on any player to score the first touchdown in any Monday or Thursday pro football game. And if your bet misses, you'll still get up to $25 back in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. This is a new and existing customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire 7 days from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
Dirty oil can easily wreak havoc on your vehicle's engine, so be sure to change the oil at recommended intervals. And for a motor oil that outperforms conventional and synthetic blends, try Mobil 1, the full synthetic motor oil that keeps your engine running like new. Ask for Mobil 1 at your local Auto Value Auto Parts store. And don't forget to pick up a Wix XP oil filter to complete the job. Because when it comes to oil changes, we've got you covered at Auto Value, where service is the difference. We get it.
We played for the thrill, that rush you feel with the game on the line. I'm Herman Moore, Lions All-Pro wide receiver. Now, with Eagle Casino and Sports, the new sportsbook app from Soaring Eagle, anywhere I'm at, I'm still in the game.
Sign up now and get up to $1,000. That's right, up to $1,000 for a risk-free bet on your next favorite underdog, parlay, or prop.
Eagle Casino and Sports. Made in Michigan, made for Michigan.
Must be 21 or older and in Michigan to play.
You're listening to X's and Bros on the Michigan Sports Network. Can't call in? Text us using the keyword sports radio and send it to 21000 or tweet us at XB Mornings. Now back to Danny Cahalan, Ryan Elke, and Anthony Bellino.
Trying to keep this drive alive. Goff. Little pitch to right. Big gain. Brock Wright is going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Lions. The Jets were completely fooled. And the Lions regain the lead. 51 yards.
Welcome back here to X's and Bros on 4th and inches. That's what the Lions decided to do on 4th and inches. Unbelievable. Little play action. Brock Wright scampering across. Big block. Big time block by the running back off of play action. I cannot stress to you enough how good this young man has been for this team. And although his statistics might not pop out with just 6 carries for just 16 yards, that block was everything on that play. Everything. And it was, it's just, a total team effort. It wasn't pretty, but you have to find ways to win football games. For a very long time, the Detroit Lions found a lot of ways to lose games, and other teams found a lot of ways to win games against us. There is no doubt in my mind, 1 year ago, 3 years ago, 7 years ago, that field goal attempt from 58 yards goes in. It does. It goes in. And the Jets tie the game, and then we go into overtime and something bad happens. I mean, how many times have we watched team after team after team make career-long field goal after career-long field goal against us? And finally, somebody missed a kick against the Lions. And boy, does it feel good. But that play there on 4th and inches that we just ran, my goodness, you have so much happening here. This is typical, when you hear pro-style offense, this is it. This is 11 personnel. This is 1 running back, 1 tight end, lined up on the right side, covering up Penei Sewell. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion. And you have the young fella, Justin Jackson, as your lone back in the backfield. Goff takes the handoff and hits with play action. At that moment, there's a double team taking place with Brock Wright and Penei Sewell up that right side. It looks like run 100%. Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is in motion as the ball is snapped, he has just about made his way right behind the guard / tackle on the right side, and he's already turned upfield to lay a block. Amon-Ra St. Brown, if you want the rock, you got to block, and he takes pride in it. Good on him. So you have the double team. The Jets are sold run the entire way. And run play might have actually worked here. Maybe. Amon-Ra would have had to have hit that block. Instead, he doesn't. He releases free into the flat. That leaves Justin Jackson there to throw the block of his lifetime, because at that point, Brock Wright is still engaged on the D-line. The block comes. Goff looks off Amon-Ra St. Brown, goes back across the field to his left, and that's where Brock Wright is all alone. He catches the ball at roughly the 46, 47-yard line, and there's nobody anywhere around him. And he just scampers up the field, running past DBs. And I tweeted out right before this, he had a ball hit him in the hands that was just, I was like, oh my God, Brock Wright, please. And the Jets, who are 2-5 in their last 7 after starting 5-2, the wheels are falling off. Look at how crazy the narrative is in the NFL. That week by week, everything can change. Everything does change. Every single week. and you start to build some momentum like the Lions have done, you start to lose some momentum like the Jets have done. And my, how the tables have turned. 7-7 in Detroit, 7-7 in New York look a whole hell of a lot different. The play call from Ben Johnson, two games ago. We were supposed to have Lomas Brown on the air last week. We didn't get Lomas on the air. He was running from point A to point B. He said, "I'll let you know," and then he never let me know. I still love him. It's okay. I'll try to connect with him at some point this week. He had a call after the last game that is probably his personal highlight for the season. And he said, "Ben Johnson, you are my hero." The first thing that I yelled out of my mouth while watching that game yesterday, Ben Johnson on 4th and inches. That's the play you go with. Play action sometimes takes a little bit longer to develop.
And he needed that because before that, he had an awful game too. His play calling was not great throughout the game.
Oh, and there was a lot of really poor execution out there too. Goff threw some balls yesterday that were just
the Jamison Williams one too. That one, it's like
that was giving me Bills game memories.
Yeah, it's like you just have to throw it literally in the end zone, and Jamison Williams will track it. But because even you go back to the first 4th and goal on the opening drive, where you're on the half-yard line, and you decide to take a play that takes 3 or 4 seconds to set up a handoff. By the time running back gets the ball, the way the play worked out, there's 3 Jets just standing right there.
Sneak it.
QB sneak. It's undefeated.
It's the hardest play in football to defend.
It's undefeated, especially when you have to go less than a yard.
Oh, painful. But how about, and I'm glad you brought up the Jamison Williams throw, because Jamison Williams' speed, I think, is playing. Jared Goff doesn't trust it yet. He just doesn't know how fast is this guy. But there's always somebody that you played with when you were younger that was always lightning fast. You know the guy I'm talking about. When I say that, someone from your childhood had wheels like nobody else in the neighborhood, had wheels like nobody else at your school, until you realize that there's a lot of kids out there that are real fast, and they're actually faster. And your friend isn't that fast. It's just that you guys are all really that slow, and so it makes him look that much faster. We all know that guy.
I knew I was slow. Oh, no. My friend who was that guy, he went and tried out for the Mud Hens, and they told him, "You have average major league speed." And they were like, "Yeah, that's about right." So he's like, just like every second baseman.
Yeah, dude, there's always that fast kid. And then you realize fast kid, there's a lot of fast kids out there. But you don't know because you're in a small pond. You're only in your neighborhood. You have no idea. But that fast kid, when you throw the foot, you got to lead him. Jared Goff does not. They still don't. He does not trust yet how fast Jamie. He doesn't truly know how fast he is, because Ryan's right. Throw that ball in the end zone and just throw it to the end zone.
Like Jamison Williams needs to go up to Jared Goff. Just goes, if you see me on a fly route or a post route, you throw it as far as you can.
Yeah,
I will get there
as far as you can. Literally, no exaggeration. Can you throw it 50 yards on the fly, 60 yards? That's what it's going to take. He is lightning fast. But they don't get in, and they get stuffed at the goal line. Might have been. It really isn't that terrible, because you've pinned them deep as long as you can defend. Defense holds in that position, and they come up with a punt return for the touchdown. Khalif Raymond with the punt return. Are you kidding me? That's exactly, great series for the Detroit defense. And then this happens.
Khalif Raymond waiting for it at midfield. Man's kick to the 46. Move upfield. Raymond still going. Raymond could take it all the way. The hurdle. He's in. Touchdown. Electrifying.
I am so happy for that young man. That is a guy. Khalif Raymond is one of those guys that when you look at him, you're like, holy smokes, he is tiny. Like, that guy is small. He plays in the NFL like you'd have no idea, right? And he was a guy, remember at the beginning of the season where we were wondering who that fifth wide receiver was going to be, like who's going to be that guy. And then when Jameson Williams comes back, how is that going to bump the depth chart at wide receiver? How's it going to, like, this is why he's here, right? He did a good job throughout the game. He had 6 targets, brought in 5 of those targets for 53 yards. You got no quarrels about that whatsoever. But really, when you thought about, okay, here's what we have at wide receiver: Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Chark, Josh Reynolds. We were going to have, was it going to be Quintez Cephas? Was it going to be Khalif Raymond? What happens with Jameson Williams comes back? And Raymond stays on this team because of his impact there on special teams. And the versatility is there, and that's exactly, that's what he does. Turns that thing in, and, just beautiful. Let's get to USDA. Scott is on hold. He's up bright and early. Good morning to you, Scott.
Hey, buddy. Traveling your way right now, but anyway.
Are you really?
Yeah, close. not too close, but close. Hey, real 3 quick points. First of all, Brad Holmes is looking like DM of the year with some of these kids. James Houston,
he's incredible.
Undrafted free agent, and not just what he's doing on defense, but his special teams play. He's through the block that let Raymond get in the end zone. Raymond wasn't getting away from that DB that was just sitting there waiting for him, and freaking Houston pancaked him, and he jumped over both of them. So then you got Rodriguez, 6th round?
Yeah, both James Houston
round?
and Malcolm Rodriguez were both 6-rounders. James Houston was the second 6th-round pick in last year's draft after they took Rodrigo. Right. They get James Houston out of Jackson State. How about the bend? Talk about the bend. This guy, he's coming around the tackle, and he literally drops his shoulder, and his whole body's like horizontal, like a half an inch off the ground. Then, poof, he pops right up and sacks you.
Oh, he contorts, man. He contorts every play. That guy is all effort, just like Aiden. It's just rubbing off Kaminsky. It's rubbing off on all of them.
Oh, John Kaminsky playing with the sock and boppers on his hands. Woo!
Oh, man. But you look at that, and that's why I say I'm giving Brad Holmes just so much credit right now because, and then, St. Brown, 4th rounder. These are the leaders of our team. These are guys that, don't make teams a lot of times, or they don't hang around for too long when they're 4th, 5th, 6th rounders. And, he's proven, and he's proven with the top picks. Now, second thing, I don't want to hear all this about the play time calling. Okay, they call good timeouts, and they get another 15 seconds on the clock. Who's to say we don't say we've been pressuring him? We put pressure on him all day long. 12 quarterback pressures. 7 hits on him and 4 sacks. Zach Wilson didn't play that bad. We made him play that bad. And the only plays he got off were those long ones, which are still unexcusable, but hey, we're not there yet. But we may sack him on the next play. Or they may give him another 10 yards, make a field goal, and who says we don't win in overtime?
Or he may chuck another arm punt down the field, caught like center fielder, and ran into the end zone.
Right. And then finally on Goff, yeah, there was a couple passes, and I will say I'm with Ryan. Yeah, it was a very safe play calling for a majority of the game. They wanted to eliminate. They wanted to win 20-14 or 20-17. I mean, that's just the way it was set up. They just did not want to give the game away yesterday, which in my mind is growth in coaching. And I really think that. Well, I'm just going to say it. Goff's going to explode against Carolina on the road this week. And just thinking, man, he might end the season 32, 34 touchdowns, 33 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. 65, 66% completion percentage.
Yeah.
That's Pro Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, he missed some passes yesterday where it was just like, my goodness. And the one thing I did like about it, it's like, okay, that's where, we are starting to elevate our expectations of what we want from him because we've seen him play really well. And that's, I think it's a good thing, Scott. I really do. And for Brad Holmes,
we want him to be, we want him to be the, sometimes you look at it and you say, okay, how come he can't scramble around like a Mahomes or the kid out of San Diego and then throw a dart? I mean, he doesn't have that.
Correct.
And how many do? Okay.
Not very many.
Do? Okay. So, but he has, I think it's starting to become more evident that he has it, which is the right attitude and the winning attitude, and he's becoming a leader. So that's all I got for this morning, boys, and on to Carolina.
On to Carolina. All right, we'll try to enjoy this one before you move on to Carolina so quickly. Just try to enjoy it. Yeah, I'll enjoy it for you.
We look on to the next one. Not 2 games down, but the next one.
All right, you look ahead. I'll stay right here. I'm going to live in the present. My present is it's great. It truly is. And back to Brad Holmes. I mean, Brad Holmes has done such a good job. And for a lot of times you'll hear me talk about the Seattle Seahawks with the Legion of Boom and how that group was constructed. Like, your first rounders have to be immediate impact guys. They have to be able to walk out there, day one, or in Jameson Williams' case, the minute he's healthy, and make a difference. That's why you were drafted in the first round. You are expected to be a starter immediately. When you start getting into the middle to late rounds and you start finding pieces, I always use the Legion of Boom because of Richard Sherman. But when you find a guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown in the 4th round, and then you have a pair of 6-rounders that you pick up on defense that are both playing in games in week 15, like, that matters. That absolutely matters. Not only for the fact that, okay, you drafted them late so they don't hurt you on the salary cap, but they are the ones playing, getting the meaningful reps. They're the ones playing for the playoff lives. You pair that in with the John Kaminsky, and, of course, Aiden Hutchinson, and, belief is the word. And this team believes, and I just, man, am I happy. It is a great day to be doing sports radio in the state of Michigan today, because it's nothing better than a Lions victory. Hey, folks, by the way, that's not the only thing that's going on. I hope you didn't take the Pistons last night. They were not very good. Slim Reaper got them. New customers, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use the promo code HUGE. Promo code HUGE. Place a $5 pregame moneyline bet on any NBA team to win. Get $150 in free bets. When they do, that's promo code HUGE only at DraftKings Sportsbook. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, wants help, needs help, call the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Gambling Disorder Helpline, 800-270-7117, 21 plus, Michigan only. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Bonus issued as free bets. Eligibility and terms at DraftKings.com/basketball terms. Back with more. Hour number 2, X's and Bros. Next, Michigan Sports Network.
Hey, Michigan, let's go big. I'm Herman Moore, Lions All-Pro wide receiver, and I'm talking real big-time winning on the hottest slots and table games on one incredible app, Eagle Casino and Sports.
Sign up now and get up to $1,500. That's right. We'll match your first 2 deposits for up to $1,500, plus 100 free spins.
Eagle Casino and Sports. Made in Michigan, made for Michigan.
Must be 21 or older and in Michigan to play.
Dirty oil can easily wreak havoc on your vehicle's engine, so be sure to change the oil at recommended intervals. And for a motor oil that outperforms conventional and synthetic blends, try Mobil 1, the full synthetic motor oil that keeps your engine running like new. Ask for Mobil 1 at your local Auto Value Auto Parts store. And don't forget to pick up a Wix XP oil filter to complete the job. Because when it comes to oil changes, we've got you covered at Auto Value, where service is the difference. We get it.
Imagine this, winning big at Soaring Eagle. Drift into winter on a new snowmobile. Saturday, December 3rd, 10th, 17th, and 24th, one player every hour from 6 to 10 p.m. scores $500 in premium play. At 11 p.m., one lucky winner takes home a new Polaris Pro RMK/snowmobile. Only at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Your getaway reimagined. Visit SoaringEagleCasino.com for complete rules and details.
If you or your family is touched by autism, learn more about Freddy's Foundation at #PopTheTap at FreddyThePizzaman.com. That's FREDI, thepizzaman.com, or email FreddyThePizzaman@gmail.com.
Football fans can turn a loss into a win with the king of sportsbooks. Hi, this is Matt Shepard. Just place a single first touchdown score or prop bet on any Monday or Thursday pro football game. If your bet loses, you'll receive up to $25 back in free bets. This offer is available all season long. Wager confidently and take your game to the next level with BetMGM. Just log onto your account or download the BetMGM app and sign up today. Then wager on any player to score the first touchdown in any Monday or Thursday pro football game. And if your bet misses, you'll still get up to $25 back in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. This is a new and existing customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire 7 days from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
Good morning, everyone.
It's time for Michigan Sports Talk Morning Show, broadcasting live all across the state of Michigan and Northwest Ohio. This is X's and Bros.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
It's a good morning. Wake up to a brand new day. Hello. Good morning. Good morning, Vietnam.
Here's your host, Anthony Bellino.
Rise and shine, folks. Welcome back here to X's and Bros on the Michigan Sports Network. Danny Cahalan, Ryan Elke, Anthony Bellino, all joining you. Thank you for joining us, no matter who you are, where you are, how you may be listening, all across the great state of Michigan and in Northwest Ohio as well. From Traverse City down to the Glass City, GR to the Motor City, we say good morning to you. We welcome you. We thank you. We appreciate you. And, of course, we encourage you. Join the program at any time. Text the keyword sports radio. Send that to 21,000 sports radio to 21000. Meyer Supercenter guest line 248-951-2176, 248-951-2176. We're on Twitter at XB Mornings, Facebook, X's and Bros, and of course, good morning to our television audience as well on BCSN. So great to have you all with us. Find us individually on Twitter. Danny Cahalan is at Dan in the studio. Ryan Elke is at RyanL_Key, and I'm Anthony Bellino at AC Bellino. A very, very exciting weekend across the sports world. Still kind of strange with no college football, where it's just the pro games, a full slate on Saturday.
I mean, there was tons of college football.
Not like real college football.
I mean, yeah, I understand.
It's just like I don't know. It's difficult for me to explain. The bowl games.
You hate bowl
I
games. I get it.
I know. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to watch tomorrow night, obviously, is the Boca Bowl. My Toledo Rockets are going to smack Liberty.
Today at 2:30, if you're doing nothing in the afternoon, we have Marshall in Connecticut. That's great afternoon viewing, because what else is on at 2:30 in the afternoon?
If you have a TV available at that time,
it's fine.
That'll be great.
Like if you're at work and you're like, hey, I need to kill off these last 2.5 hours, throw it up on a screen on your computer, put it off, shorten it up a little bit, make it small, and it's just something there.
Yeah.
Like I said, nothing's going to be fantastic, but you know what? It's there. Live sport, that's why the World Cup, the prelim, the group play, it's like, hey, this is great at 10 a.m. in the morning watching Croatia versus Japan or whatever. Like, you know what? It's live sports during a time where live sports normally isn't played.
Yeah. And I do. I feel, congratulations to Lionel Messi and Argentina, the winners of the 2022 World Cup. I saw that there were some. Were you guys debating? Was that what that was? I don't know. What was the issue with the penalties that were called?
I have no problem with the penalties being called.
Okay.
But the fact that some computer can say that a guy's nose is offsides, but you can, and the goal doesn't count, but you can take penalty kicks. The best player in soccer history can take a penalty kick on a 15-foot wide goal and pump fake for 3 seconds to let the goalie dive out of the way and then kick the ball.
What's wrong with that?
It's so difficult to score in soccer, except for that. That's the issue I have.
I mean, except for the penalty kick?
Yes.
How many guys missed the net completely?
Just Harry Kane.
One guy that I saw all tournament.
Well, and Harry Kane. I mean, look, it happens.
But she's coming home, though, right?
It happens. It's like a free throw. You expect
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Anthony.
Oh, yeah. You need to watch more soccer.
Anthony.
Yes, Dan.
You I haven't kicked a soccer ball in 10 years. I could have put that ball in that Messi put in there.
You've never kicked the ball with the entire world watching. It's completely different. It's completely
Anthony,
different.
he was 10 feet away.
It's not, I mean, I can't. That's like saying, they'd be like walking up to a 3-foot putt at the Masters.
You're crazy. It's not even close to a
You're right.
But
It's
the hole's
exponentially
15.
harder. It's exponentially harder than a 3-footer.
But the cup is like 15 feet wide.
You're not making the putt. I'm telling
You're totally right. I'm not.
In the kick, you'd be lucky on your first pump fake if your knees weren't so weak that you just wobbled.
I'd look like that kid from Michigan State attempting that field goal for the free card. I'd be that kid. I'd be that kid.
That's a great gift for the free car. You just maybe and we could talk about the PKs and everything else, but really that game came down to a gentleman by the name of Emiliano Martinez, who made probably the greatest save in soccer history.
Kick save and a beauty.
I mean, my goodness.
Tying 7th goal in this final. Konate launches it low. Koulibaly saved! Rebound evades Thuram! Remember that save.
Remember that save. Of course we're going to remember that save. Like that could be
It was the only one he made.
Yeah, well, that too. That could be like soccer's version of the jump man. Just like sprawled out. I don't care where this hits me. Please don't go in the net. Please.
But you know what the World Cup final delivered?
What's that?
The stars being stars.
Ooh, that it did.
Messi scoring goals, Mbappe just being ridiculous.
Just bopping him on the head.
Just a 2-0 lead goes to, in the final 10 minutes, a tied game, trading goals in extra time. Like, that's what you're hoping for. Like, don't disappoint me. And it was a game that I felt like didn't disappoint at all.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't one of those 0-0 like what are we doing here type of moments. Like that was great. Lionel Messi became, where did I see this at? Became the first player in World Cup history to score in each different stage. So group play into the Sweet 16, into the Elite 8, into the Final Four, into the semis, and then into the actual World Cup itself. Like, he did it all. And good for him. He is better than Ronaldo, Ronaldo with more of those, hey, walking off, leaving his team, doing all that. Like, really, really, really burning his legacy. Did it at Manchester United, had the problem, with his country's team in Portugal, in which Portugal's coach had to come out and say something about it, like really tarnishing his legacy, while Messi just continues to thrive with his beautiful wife. Emphasis on the word beautiful. Oh my God. His 3 kids, all boys. I mean, the guy doesn't miss. Kyle Vanderwall at KVD Wall 1 says, none of y'all hitting 2 out of 10 PKs. I don't think so. Impossible to try to replicate the amount of pressure of the entire world watching. Like, this would be like kicking a 15-yard field goal. Like, how do you miss it? Like, the ball's dead nuts in the middle of the field.
Anthony, a 15-yard field goal, there's 11 dudes running at you. This is you and a 15-yard wide net.
No, I'm not talking in a live game. I'm talking with the entire world watching. You're not going to make a 15-yard field goal. Packed stadium, it's just nobody's there. Just you put the ball on a tee, you're probably going to shank it. We've never dealt with that kind of stress.
I'm going to hit the center right in the behind, just like I did in high school when
there's no center. It's just on a tee. No. It's just like a competition.
Just so our coaches were just like, you know what? We'll screw around. Anyone who wants to take a PAT attempt, let's try it. And 90% of the kids hit the center right in the behind.
Just towing it.
Yep.
Just towing it. Yeah, it's just there's no way to replicate or even be able to fathom what. First off, you've been playing the entire day, so you have fatigue, and then the stress, and then the meaning of it all, of what that game means to people outside of this country, to the rest of the world. That's the biggest event in the world. It's like, it's like the Olympics on steroids. Like, that's it. You got to wait 4 years for that thing to come around again now. So, Kyle, I'm right with you. I don't think any of us. We're not even hitting the net. You're just shanking it. First row, second row, 28th row, wide right, wide left,
net,
over the bar.
It would be so slow that the goalie could dive to the left, get up, walk over to the right, and then just scoop the ball up one-handed.
We might have to do this. We might have to put like a cardboard box, like tape some cardboard in the upper 90 and see if anybody can hit it.
The goal is 24 feet by 8.
Yeah.
So I think I could get it on net. It would just be so slow that the goalie could do whatever, get up, recover, and still make the save.
We'll step aside here at the X's and Bros Football Club with all of our professional footballers that we have on the air today. We'll step aside. We'll be back with more X's and Bros after this here on the Michigan Sports Network.
Football fans can turn a loss into a win with the king of sportsbooks. Hi, this is Matt Shepard. Just place a single first touchdown score or prop bet on any Monday or Thursday pro football game. If your bet loses, you'll receive up to $25 back in free bets. This offer is available all season long. Wager confidently and take your game to the next level with BetMGM. Just log onto your account or download the BetMGM app and sign up today. Then wager on any player to score the first touchdown in any Monday or Thursday pro football game. And if your bet misses, you'll still get up to $25 back in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. This is a new and existing customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire 7 days from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
Your Auto Value Auto Parts store is part of a network of more than 300 family-owned stores and are locally run by some of your own friends and neighbors. Every day, we work hard to provide you with all the automotive aftermarket parts and accessories you'll ever need. Name brands, too, like Champion, Seafoam, Wix, Lucas, Mobile, and more. The auto parts you need at the value you've come to expect. So thanks again for shopping locally at Auto Value, where service is the difference. We get it.
If you or your family is touched by autism, learn more about Freddy's Foundation at #PopTheTap at FreddyThePizzaMan.com. That's FREDI, thepizzaman.com, or email FreddyThePizzaman@gmail.com.
Michigan statewide morning show, X's and Bros, right here on the Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back here to X's and Bros, Michigan Sports Network. Great to have you riding along with us, no matter who you are, where you are, how you may be listening, all across the great state of Michigan and in Northwest Ohio as well. From Traverse City down to the Glass City, GR to the Motor City. We say good morning to you. We welcome you. We thank you. We appreciate you. And, of course, we encourage you. Join the show at any time. Text the keyword sports radio. Send that to 21,000. Give us a dial on the Meyer Supercenter guest line, 248-951-2176. 248-951-2176. All right, it is hour 2. It is segment 2, which means it's time for Blow Your Eardrums Out, apparently. Sorry about that. A little too much gas on the old Price is Right thing. All right, today's trivia question brought to you by the Detroit Lions trivia calendar. Calvin Johnson, a.k.a. Megatron, caught a club record 83 touchdown passes for the Lions from 2007 until 2015. What player is next on that list? Second all-time with 62 touchdown receptions.
Herman Moore.
Bing bong.
Starting the week off right, huh? Okay, all right, I see you. Ryan says, winner, winner. Chicken dinner. Jeez. My goodness. All right. Well, that was quick. That was easy. Relatively painless, too, which is good. Okay, want to get to what took place with some of our other teams throughout the course of the weekend. The Detroit Red Wings are at home against the Ottawa Senators on Saturday. They had a couple days rest because they were on the road Minnesota Wednesday. And then they played Saturday against Ottawa. So they got Thursday and Friday to get their act together and continue their losing streak. They've now lost 5 games in a row. Team is spiraling out of control. Did you watch what happened on Saturday? Did you see it? Anybody? Did anybody else see what took place with Ottawa and Detroit on Saturday?
I was switching back and forth for the first little while, and then no, I did not see.
So this game was 2-2 at the end of the first, right? And Ottawa had scored really, with under 2 minutes to play in the first period to tie the thing back up. But you feel pretty good. Bellino got one. Ernie got one. You feel pretty good about where this team was at after the first period. And then in the second period, Ottawa takes the lead 3-2 very early on, less than 2 minutes into the second period. Filip Hronek gets some action on the power play. Both of those goals in the second period were on the power play. That would have been Ottawa's second power play goal of the game because they got another one. Their first special teams goal, second goal of the game, was also on the power play. Then it's 3-3 entering the third period. And the Ottawa Senators just go ham on the Red Wings. It goes from 3-3, then all of a sudden it's 5-3, and you blinked and you're like, how in the hell did that happen? Claude Giroux scores on the power play. Then they get a shorthanded goal, make it 5-3, and then an empty netter, and boom, it's 6-3. The Ottawa Senators walked into to the Slice, Little Caesars Arena. I almost just said Joe Louis Arena. Little Caesars Arena. And
the dojo.
And slapped the hell out of the Red Wings. The Red Wings are now 13-11-6 with this most recent 5-game slide. And that's just not good enough. It's just bad. And they went from, teetering, hey, beat Tampa Bay, feel pretty good about stuff, woo, to just, that was a dumpster fire of a game. The good news is Jacob Vrana he's on his way back, so that's a positive, slowly but surely. But this is what this team cannot afford to have, because you can't win 3, lose 4, win 4. You can't survive like that. You cannot keep stacking these losses one on top of the other. And if you're going to lose to Florida or lose to Dallas, that 1-0 game to Carolina, all right, I can't get too bent out of shape. 5-1 on the road at Florida, that was terrible, Ned. But Minnesota, you got smoked there. Just completely outplayed in the third period against Ottawa. Oh, and by the way, now you got to go on the road tonight to go see Washington before you come back home Wednesday to take on Tampa Bay. They're in the midst of what could be a 7-game losing streak right now. And it is not good. Not good at all. Very bad. Very, very bad. A lot of things that I wanted to feel good about with this team are slowly but surely pilfering off. Verona was at practice on Friday, coming out of the, he was listed on injured reserve coming out of the NHL's program for player assistance. I don't know, what point this team will ever get healthy again and all play with all their starters, all their guns. Don't really know. Somebody else going to have to step up. This is not good right now. And for the one team that was supposed to carry us through the winter months, they are doing a very poor job of doing that right now. This was the one team that we were supposed to look at and be like, okay, well, we know the Pistons stink. They stink. And I saw Dwayne Casey was quoted by saying they didn't do a good enough job switching and escorting their player. They escort the player off the switch every single time. They escort him right to the basket. Hey, whatever you want. We switch, so do whatever you want. We'll run a 5 out here to guard a point guard. Why not? That makes a lot of sense. We won't hedge anything. We'll go under everything. Cool. Didn't do it. We escort. Yeah, we escort them all right, straight to the basket. We knew the Pistons were going to let us down because
the thing is
built on letting us down.
Don't get me wrong, I do not like to criticize the other people that do this sort of thing, whether it's writing or you're doing videos or whatever. I don't see anybody dogging the Pistons at all.
They're complete
all I see is, oh man, the transition of Isaiah Stewart from center to three-point shooter, what it means for the future. There won't be a future if you lose 60 games a year.
So I will say, and I did, what's the stat? What is the stat? Since November 11th, Beef Stew is I don't know if it's top 5 in three-point percentage. It's something crazy. He's definitely top 10 in three-point shooting percentage. That has been a nice addition to his game, although it's not a go-to option. He's still a ground and pound, do the dirty work inside. That's the kind of player you are. But to be able to add that element and do so in a form and fashion that is respectable is good for the team long term. Yes. For this team not being able to defend anybody, horrific. Absolutely horrific. They are, nobody will say anything that needs to be said. And for the Red Wings, this team right here, back to our original topic, because we got Pistons coming up in hour number 3. The Red Wings can't score right now, and it's beginning to be an issue. They are not turning enough offense in on a regular basis.
Because their dump and chase rate is 75%. You have to carry the play.
You do. Correct. You have to be able to establish the puck on your stick, get it into the zone, and dump and chase it is exhausting. It truly is. That is an exhausting way to play hockey. If you can't look over and be like, okay, we got it on the so-and-so stick, he's good, I'm going to get over here now. If you can't do that, that's a problem. Dump and chase is exhausting. I don't even like to do that in our hockey league. All right, folks, a reminder, new customers can download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use the promo code HUGE. Place a $5 pregame moneyline bet on any NBA team to win. Get $150 in free bets when they do. That's promo code HUGE only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Now, if you or somebody knows a gambling problem, wants help, needs help, call the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Gambling Disorder Helpline, 800-270-7117. 21 plus, Michigan only. Eligibility, deposit restrictions to apply. Bonus issued as free bets. Eligibility and terms at DraftKings.com/basketball terms. We're back with more X's and Bros talking Lions next here on the Michigan Sports Network.
Football fans can turn a loss into a win with the king of sportsbooks. Hi, this is Matt Shepard. Just place a single first touchdown score or prop bet on any Monday or Thursday pro football game. If your bet loses, you'll receive up to $25 back in free bets. This offer is available all season long. Wager confidently and take your game to the next level with BetMGM. Just log onto your account or download the BetMGM app and sign up today. Then wager on any player to score the first touchdown in any Monday or Thursday pro football game. And if your bet misses, you'll still get up to $25 back in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. This is a new and existing customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire 7 days from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Huge here for the Michigan High School Athletic Association. Now you can follow everything Michigan High School sports 24/7 at MHSAA.com. On Twitter at MHSAA, on Facebook MHSAA, and you can watch archive sports and live sports in season for boys and girls all across Michigan, all schools at MHSAA.tv. But stay up to date on everything Michigan High School sports at MHSAA.com.
This is X's and Bros on the Michigan Sports Network.
We will never take away from a win, ever. We will never, because that's a win. It's hard to win in this league. We all know. Nobody knows better than we do. All right? It's hard to win. The reality is we didn't play just a great game. It wasn't the cleanest game we played, man. There was some stuff in there. However, there again, when we needed it, each unit, man, you talk about complimenting each other. You know, we get down there, we don't quite get in offense, but we leave them at the 2. Defense, you stick them down there. What happens, man? We talk about getting the lead. Give me my ball here. Because look, we've been close all year. And let me tell you something. This guy right here is an Iron Man. All right? This guy's an Iron Man. He does everything for us.
Hey, it's us. Yes, sir. I didn't do anything. We did that together, man. Yes, sir. We did that. It's us. We fight down to the last, literally the last second. The last second. That's who we are. So take that. But let that just fester in there. That's us. That's us. I told y'all we some dogs.
We would not have won that game earlier. Early, before something would have happened right at the end. We figure out a way to win. We are figuring out a way to win, man. That's what winners do. That's what we do. That's outstanding. That's 3. We said, man, 6-game season. That's number 3, gentlemen. All right, let's go get the next one. Bring it out.
Oh, yes, sir, Dan Campbell. That's 3. That's 3, Dan Campbell. Play the song.
Let's go.
Play the song.
Get a bunch of seats.
Play the song.
Forward on the field, a charging team that will not yield. And with the blue and silver wave, everybody stand into the parade. Rah, rah, rah. Go hard with the game. With honor, you will keep your fame.
Down the field and gain
a Lions victory. Go Lions!
But did you see the video of the Lions fans flying to New York before the game and just in the middle of the plane just belting this song before takeoff?
All right, so I love the guy. He is a die-hard season ticket holder. Die-hard. Like, there isn't, like, that guy.
Crack man.
Yes. He
lives in my neighborhood somewhere because I saw him at a bar a few months ago.
Dan's neighbor, cousin.
I was absolutely shocked. I was like, I'm going to see this guy constantly now.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I mean, did you see the video or do you want?
No, play it, please.
I saw the video.
Forward down the field, a Lions team that will not yield. And when the blue and silver wave, stand and cheer the brave. Rah, rah, rah. Go hard win the game. With honor we will keep our brave. Down the field and gain a Lion victory. Go! Yes! Who loves you, baby?
I love the man.
He even dropped the "Who Loves You, Baby" at the end.
I love the man.
He has that. I'm not joking. I haven't seen the house.
I've seen it.
He has it on his garage door. Literally, the entire garage door says "Who Loves You, Baby."
Yeah. I have seen it. We have acknowledged him during the pregame show. He is I love him. I also hope that that's not what I sound like when I'm singing the fight song in the mornings. And if it is, please tell me, and I might refrain. I might try to save you all something. Might try to save you all something. We have Crack Man. We have the Macho Man. We have the guy who dresses up as a football player. Like we have diehard fans, and that is somebody sent me a message like, you must be so happy, having to talk through this for so many years, and the team not being very good. We've had some good years, But they never really felt like this. This just feels different. I don't know why. Maybe because it's been since, 2014? That's a long time ago. 2011. It's a long time ago. 2011. You want to talk about 2011? 2011's a fifth grader right now. Put that in perspective for you. Matty Stafford's first run to the playoffs, if a child was born that season, is a fifth grader right now. That's crazy. It's crazy to think. You got little ones that are going from kindergarten, first grade. So you're either a first grader or a young second grader. Since the last time the Lions made the playoffs, and I'm happiest for those individuals that are just diehard. We gave away a Christmas tree last game. We did. We had Rory run down the aisle with a Christmas tree and give it to a woman who was she was just in tears. She was in tears. She couldn't believe that she had won. She was so happy. That was the same day that we gave away the PlayStation 5 to the listener of the program, to his two sons. That was just incredible. Like, there's been some incredible moments off the field that this team brings so much joy. Jared Goff talked about this with Tim Twentyman on the I forget what it's called, the Lions, Tim Twentyman Lions podcast, just about, he knew when he got here almost immediately what having a winner in this community, what that would mean to the folks here. And it's difficult to try to explain the excitement that a professional football team can. It's unlike anything else. It's unlike anything else in sports. And as I was sitting there thinking about it, I was watching the Commandos at 7-5-1 and the Giants at 7-5-1. I was like, can both of these teams just lose? And it's like, well, a tie is a loss. That tie, no, I need them both to have a loss in the loss column. That would help. I needed the simultaneous knockout there.
I mean, in reality, with the Giants winning, they should be awarded both wins.
You're not, where's New York Scott at? Like, let's petition the league.
Like, Washington should get the extra loss since it is a divisional game. Like, you tied. All right, now it's winner take all.
Yes, I like that. Aggregate score for the advancement. It's something. It's something that the rest of the sports world doesn't have. Only football has it. Only the game of football has it. Your high school football team has it. Your college football team has it. Your professional football team has it. Your peewee team has it. Urgency. It's the one word. Every single game matters. That's why, we'll go. You're looking at injury updates and who's on the who pops up on the report on a Wednesday and why. And is this a story? I like the fact
like
that
when my brother, don't get me wrong, my brother's, he's a sports fan, but he's not going to call me and ask about sports. When he's texting me about Aiden Hutchinson's illness in the middle of the week.
Exactly.
Things are happening.
The whole team's sick. They got a bug running through there. It's why Jeff Okuda had to leave the game last week. This is we got some texts coming in here. 2011 felt exactly like this at 5-0. Cracchiolo is better than Theo. Did you see the woman in front of him? She looks scared, LOL. I was scared for her. Pistons writers must have...
I'm pretty sure she pressed the flight attendant button 18 times during that song.
Help me.
Right.
Pistons writers must have graduated from Michigan. Go Lions. Continue your hate of all the best teams in the state. Continue it. Continue that. Sala, thank you for bailing out Campbell's late non-punt call. You're talking about the field goal? The field goal attempt from the Money Badger? Brock Wright play equals the Eric All play.
Possibly. We'll see how the Lions season ends out.
Yeah, I could see it. That would be, regardless, incredibly important. And I'm glad that Goff went back to him. I'm glad Ben Johnson went back to him after that ball hit him in the hands. My goodness. GM list in Detroit. Brad Holmes, number 1. End of list. Fill in the rest as you please. That's fine. Arbitrary midseason list of GMs. We won't know about the Tigers. I think Steve Yzerman's done a good job. I think Troy Weaver's done a relatively good job. So that's a positive. Brad Holmes, obviously, as the tryhards and the 6-rounders continue to play extremely well. The undrafted free agents, the guys that they went out that fit the culture that Dan Campbell has built here in Detroit. Even though they're on different lengths of contracts, and even though it's not Brad Holmes' guy, they're doing a hell of a job. It's very rare you get to pick your coworkers, though. I mean, let's be honest here. How many times does that happen? You actually get to hand select who you want to work where. It never happens. In what field does that happen? So I'm okay if the front office selected Brad Holmes. Is that, wait a minute, wait. Oh, I just had an epiphany. You mean to tell me that in this Brad Holmes love fest that these Texers are having, Dan Ryan, are they telling me right now that Rod Wood is the guy? Because all I heard is that he was the one that picked this GM. He's the guy making all the decisions. So does that mean like Rod Wood is going to get the executive of the year?
Will Sheila Hamp be booed next year if she shows up? Even this year, they should test it out.
Okay, so if we have that last game, I'll put that on the board. I'll throw it to management. Guys, can we get a solo shot? If this team's making a run, can we get a solo shot and get her redemption? I guarantee you the fans will go crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
Guarantee you they'd go crazy. That's a good idea. Let me write that down because that's worth putting on the board. Just a solo shot. Maybe we can get her and Brad Holmes like next to each other at some point, and we can get just like those two talking. That would be incredible. People would go
just them
nuts.
looking at each other, and then they get on camera, and everybody starts cheering, and they realize, and they start waving at everybody. Oh, that'd be great.
I don't even know if I want the wave. Like if they're talking to each other, and there's like some binders there, and there's like a pile of like yellow, the notebooks. What are they called? You know, the big yellow pages ones that you flip over the top. What are those called? You know what I'm talking about, right?
What's up? I'm sorry, I wasn't.
It's like the big yellow notebook, but it flips over the top. It's about the size of your forearm. A legal pad.
Oh, right, a legal pad.
They got legal pads stacked up in binders, and everybody's cheering or whatever, and then they don't even wave. They just turn and they look and they just nod their head in approval and go back to their discussion. Like I need something that just says, "We told you so." Don't give up the ship. So many people are so quick to quit on everything the minute something bad happens. The minute something goes wrong, people want to run. They want to just abandon ship. They're jumping overboard. You know, and I got to see a great tweet. Who was it from NFL Network about the Germans bombing Pearl Harbor? It works every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Oh, Freddie's on hold. Why does he keep calling at the end of the hour when he wants to hit the break? It's because he's trying to get in and get out.
He wants to get in, he said.
All right. Good morning, Freddie. How are you, my friend?
No, it's because my kids are in the car. I just dropped one off to school, and now I got to go get the other two ready and drop them off to school.
Oh,
and I wasn't going to call. I wasn't going to call because I was so proud of you this whole week, and now you're making me mad again. See?
Why? What happened?
See, you're what you're doing is you're egging on. Here's what you're doing, okay? I sent you some nice texts about Brad Holmes, and you're like, well, who gets to pick their own coworkers anyways? Anthony, can you just be happy for what they're doing? All right, when they were 1-6, all their critique was valid, okay? Whether you agree or not, it was all valid, okay? Because when they were 1-6 and they traded Hawkinson, okay, let's not think 90% of this fan base wasn't thinking, man, I can't believe we're going through this again. Another loss.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But what you're saying is now is, well, who really gets to pick their coworkers? Well, how often in the NFL does a team hire a head coach before a general manager? Come on now, let's be fair now. That doesn't happen.
It's very rare.
Yeah, exactly. So you may say, coworkers and who really hires who, but not in the NFL. That doesn't happen. Not in Major League Baseball. It with the Lions, it always happens weirdly.
Well, A.J. Hinch was hired before Scott Harris.
No.
Yeah, yes, he was. It's not, you can't refute that. A.J. Hinch was hired before the new GM.
But Bob Quinn kept Jim Caldwell. But it doesn't. But Anthony, the Lions fired their GM and their coach, and then they hired a coach before they hired a GM. That doesn't happen. So
they needed to make sure they set the tone with the culture. That's why they had to hire Dan Campbell first. They had to get that culture built.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say to you is that because the Lions did it, we were 1-6. It's okay to say, man, I can't believe we're going through this again. The Lions just never get it right. Now they're getting. Now it looks like it might be. It looks like it might be right. It's okay. It's okay, but they did do it wrong. They did do it wrong the way NFL usually does it, and it's okay to say that as well. So
it doesn't make it wrong. It just makes it different.
I understand it, but the Lions always do something different and never works. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's okay. It's okay for the fans that think it wasn't going to work. It's okay because it never works, Anthony. So this is good. This is good.
Very
good. That it might work is what I'm trying to say. It might work, and it's exciting. So let's just see. But when they were 1-6, it's okay when fans were upset because we had every right to be upset. We can't keep going through this every year. We're invested.
If they would have lost yesterday, how would you have felt today?
I would have been bummed out because I have high expectations for them now because I've had high expectations since week 3 when they lost to Minnesota. That's why I am who I am. I expect a lot of myself. I expect a lot of things I am invested in.
Are you starting to expect less of people that don't understand it's basil and not mint?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Are you starting to expect less from the general public knowing that they believe that you're putting mint on pizza and not basil?
Well, he said it wrong.
Well, it just wasn't him. I mean, the amount of people I had to tell that's basil, and then I stopped even telling people.
I said, Tony, I'm sorry, but I know. And then he wrote. He came at 2. He came toward the end of the day. I was almost sold out, and I made him a medium when I was out. But because I knew it was him, and I made
you
him
made that guy a medium. Did you see the size of his traps? You made him a medium. He needed the triple XL. Look at the size of that. He's huge.
I know you're up against it, but he was funny. He ordered a medium. I knew who that was, and I'm like, I'm out of mediums. I only have a few larges left. I was almost sold out, and I said, tell him I'll cut it down. I'll make one for him. But I was surprised. Him and his wife, I just thought the medium was a little small. But
my guy, Freddie, appreciate you. We got to hit it. We'll be back with more X's and Bros after this here on the Michigan Sports Network.
It's time to go in the huddle.
1, 2, 3, top flight.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the National Football League. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and be sure to use the promo code HUGE for a special offer when you sign up. That's code HUGE, H-U-G-E, only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. The Detroit Lions improved to 7-7 yesterday with a massive road win against the New York Jets in the Meadowlands 20-17. It was a complete team victory with 8 different players making receptions, none bigger than on a 4th and inches call for the game-winning touchdown where Jared Goff hit Brock Wright on a 51-yard catch and run, his only catch of the day. Goff finished 23 of 38 for 252, and that lone score as the offense struggled throughout most of the day. After turning the ball over on downs on their opening drive all the way down to the Jets' 1-yard line, Khalif Raymond returned the ensuing punt for the opening touchdown of the game. The Jets had a chance at the end with a 58-yard field goal attempt, but it was wide left. How many times have Lions fans seen that very kick go through the uprights to break their hearts? Finally, someone missed a kick against Detroit, and it's not the same old anymore. It's a brand new Lions.
Imagine this, winning big at Soaring Eagle. Drift into winter on a new snowmobile. Saturday, December 3rd, 10th, 17th, and 24th, one player every hour from 6 to 10 p.m. scores $500 in premium play. At 11 p.m., one lucky winner takes home a new Polaris Pro RMK/snowmobile. Only at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Your getaway reimagined. Visit SoaringEagleCasino.com for complete rules and details.
Your Auto Value Auto Parts store is part of a network of more than 300 family-owned stores and are locally run by some of your own friends and neighbors. Every day, we work hard to provide you with all the automotive aftermarket parts and accessories you'll ever need. Name brands too, like Champion, Seafoam, Wix, Lucas, Mobile, and more. The auto parts you need at the value you've come to expect. So thanks again for shopping locally at Auto Value, where service is the difference. We get it.
Football fans can turn a loss into a win with the king of sportsbooks. Hi, this is Matt Shepard. Just place a single first touchdown score or prop bet on any Monday or Thursday pro football game. If your bet loses, you'll receive up to $25 back in free bets. This offer is available all season long. Wager confidently and take your game to the next level with BetMGM. Just log onto your account or download the BetMGM app and sign up today. Then wager on any player to score the first touchdown in any Monday or Thursday pro football game. And if your bet misses, you'll still get up to $25 back in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. This is a new and existing customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire 7 days from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
It's time for Michigan Sports Talk Morning Show, broadcasting live all across the state of Michigan and Northwest Ohio. This is X's and Bros.
Swings it out to Sadiq Bey. Gets Benny Bey to
To Abdul-Rahman at midcourt. Extra pass. And it goes for the win. The three-pointer by Jordan Poole. Here's the give. Walker! Kenny Walker! Touchdown! Spotty!
Goff's got it. Back. Looks. Throws. Ends up. Yes! Caught! Touchdown Detroit Lions! They did it! Amon-Ra St. Brown in the receiving end!
Sends one to deep left center field. Back it goes, and that ball's out of here. A grand slam from Miguel Cabrera. He's got 2 goals. Larkin in on goal. Scores! His first career hat trick in his 7th season for Dylan Larkin.
Here's your host, Anthony Bellino.
Rise and shine, folks. Good Monday morning to you. Victory Monday. Text the keyword sports radio. Send that to 21,000. Sports radio to 21000. Meyer Supercenter guest line 248-951-2176. 248-951-2176. We're on Twitter, XB Mornings, Facebook, X's and Bros. And, of course, good morning to our television audience as well. On BCSN, find our podcast, listen back to anything you may have missed on demand by visiting Google, Apple, Spotify, and, of course, the iHeartRadio app. MichiganSportsNetwork.com is the website. XBMornings@gmail.com is our fan feedback email inbox. And find us all individually on Twitter. Danny Cahalan is at Dan in the studio. Ryan Elke is at RyanL_Key. And I'm Anthony Bellino at AAC. Bellino got a text here. Good morning. Did you guys read the article on Raymond? It was in the Detroit News. They talked about how he has been doing meditations and putting in all the little pieces of hard work to become a great player. That was a very important game for Khalif Raymond yesterday. And you might be thinking, why? Well, you got to go back to when Khalif Raymond was actually a part of the New York Jets. That's right, the New York Jets. He was with them way back when in 2017. He muffed 3 punts, lost a fumble, and then was cut. And he ended up finding his way onto the Detroit Lions team, and ever since has become he's a rising. He's like Dan Campbell refers to him as an Iron Man. That's exactly what he is. And he's going to get more looks on offense because he can he's a guy that could fulfill multiple roles now. He's comfortable in the punt return game. And that's not easy. When you got 10 guys flying down the field at you and that ball's hanging in the air and you're trying to locate that ball, but still locate. Okay, when I catch this thing, do I have an alley? Do I have a lane to run? Do I have an alleyway here? Or do I call for fair catch? And then actually fielding the punt itself, which you think is
when
easy.
We'll have Rob Rubik on this year. He'll tell you about those times.
Yeah, where the hell's Rubes at?
We'll have to get him on. Now we're 7-7, so he'll probably be calling me ready to talk.
Well, yeah, it's what you need to do is you need to text him. Are you done with your radio silence? Are you ready to come out? Are you ready to anoint? Are you drinking the Kool-Aid, Rob? The guy was a trivia question, for God's sakes. But for Khalif Raymond to be able to do what he has been able to do thus far is fantastic. Then afterwards, he gets the game ball. He doesn't talk about me. He talks about we. And it's contagious, man. Just like Jarvis Landry once said, it's contagious, bruh. That's what it is. Belief is contagious. Belief in yourself, belief in one another. And it is, this team's got it. And you could tell they enjoy playing with each other. You could tell they enjoy playing for each other. And it's all good things, man. All right, what else is going on in the sports world? We got a whole bunch of news, including Jim Harbaugh attacking the transfer portal with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Did you see what Michigan is doing right now in the portal? Oh, man. #1 rated portal player is a linebacker from Nebraska, getting an offensive lineman from Stanford. Oh, my God. It's fantastic. USDA Scott's on hold again.
Not New York Scott, not USDA. My bad. Put that in your ear.
Tale of two Scotts. Let's go out to New York. Let's go out to the Empire State. How are you, Scott?
Hey, doing wonderful, brother. How you guys doing?
Oh, of course you are. What a fun game that was last night, huh? Saquon.
Yeah, Saquon going off, Thibodeau going off, Jones. The stat-wise wasn't impressive, right? But a perfect game in the sense of no interceptions. He did what he had to do, threw the ball where he needed to. And I mean, if you contribute 2 Darius Slayton drops, a Bellinger drop, and a Richie James drop, I mean, his stats look a lot more impressive, especially third down conversion. So I was pretty impressed with the performance last night.
Was that like a perfect Sunday for you? The Giants beat the Commanders, the Lions beat the Jets, the Cowboys lose in hilarious fashion.
I wouldn't say perfect. Just normally, the Lions beating the Jets would have been a really nice thing, but with the playoff implications, it was kind of like a bittersweet.
Ooh,
It was like, oh man,
you get nervous.
I want him to win. I was like, I want him to win, but also the Lions are on our coattails, so it's like, and we lost the tiebreaker, right? So it's like, if we had the tiebreaker, I wouldn't care. I'd say, keep going, Lions. But if they dropped one, I wouldn't be too mad. Not too mad, but.
No, the Giants. I think the Giants are safe versus the Lions. It's Washington, Seattle that are sitting there like twitching a little bit, watching the Lions win all these games.
Yeah, and the Commanders got the Niners next, but the problem is the Giants got the Vikings. We have Philly and the Colts. So those are 3 games that are one of them's probably. Well, Philadelphia, who knows? They could rest all their people that last week. It could be a gimme game. It could be one of those ones where everyone on the outside looking in, like, please start your starters. We need the Giants to lose. And
yeah, but see, Philly can help their own draft status by a win in the last week, which doesn't help you.
Yeah, with the Saints, it depends. That's a true story. It's a true story. But do you risk Jalen Hurts going into the playoffs because you might have one better selection in the draft? Or do you rest your star quarterback and let him take the week to?
I mean, talk yourself into whatever you want to, Scott. Talk yourself whatever you want to believe, my friend. This is your party. Would you want to start your quarterback? It didn't work for Peyton all those years in the Colts. Remember, every year they got week 17 off. It was like week 14 through 17 they got off because they played that rancid division, and they always had such a lead. It was like you can't draft them in fantasy because he only plays 14 games a year.
Yeah, and they have the first round bye right now too. So I mean, if they're maybe they don't take the 2 weeks off, right? And it's the Giants. I think they just play the Giants just because they want to. If they could get them out of the playoffs, they would. So that's probably fantasy. Man, I was so close to a 4-leg parlay last night too. I put Barkley for 65+ yards. He got that. Barkley for a touchdown. Got that. Giants win with no spread. I think that's just the win, but without the points. Got that. And then I took Terry McLaurin for the touchdown. And he didn't score a damn touchdown, so it's another bittersweet thing. I bet $100. I would have won like $850 on that bet.
Oh man, it's parlays. That's 100 on a parlay is a lot of cheddar there. A lot of cheddar. I did see somebody had Vikings money line for 2.88 million. There's the last part of his parlay, and he hit it. Can you believe that?
Oh my God!
Epic collapse there from Indy. Well, Scott, we're glad that you could celebrate today and celebrate with us as the good New York team won and the bad team lost.
There we go. I'll take it, Bellino. You have a good day, guys. Dan, Ryan, all you guys.
You too, partner. You too. All right, real quick, let's get you caught up with what's going on in the world of sports. We'll do so right now in the headlines.
Big news. I have a little news flash.
Let's check the headlines.
No, it's real news for once.
The biggest stories in the local, regional, and national news.
This is huge news.
Argentina wins the World Cup. And they won in a shootout 4-2. And guess what? Lionel Messi said he's not going to retire from Argentinian team play after this World Cup title. He's done it all. He's beaten the best, and he wants to keep going. Golden Knights' Alex Pietrangelo ends his absence after his daughter's recovery. He had missed 9 games when he took his 4-year-old daughter, became seriously ill. Not a good sign, but very good that she's hopefully getting healthier. The NHL is also considering an 84-game regular season schedule. Expanded regular season? What are we doing here?
Probably has something to do with equaling out the games played versus everybody.
Currently, each team plays either 3 or 4 games against divisional opponents for a total of 26 games. They play 3 games against non-divisional teams within their own conference for a total of 24 games. They play 2 games home and away against opponents from the other conference for a total of 32 games. It's exactly what they're trying to do. TCU Heisman finalist Max Duggan plans to enter the NFL draft. See you later, kid. It's been real. It's been fun. It was real fun. Texas A&M quarterback Heinz King is transferring to Georgia Tech. He's going to the Ramblin' Wreck. Nikola Jokic, crazy game last night. 40 points, 27 rebounds in the triple-double. First guy to go for 40 and 25 and 10 in a game since Wilt Chamberlain, who did it 4 times, and Elgin Baylor, who did it once. So congratulations to him. And Kevin Durant, 26 points in the third quarter alone with the comeback victory over the Pistons. The Pistons fall 124-121 to the Nets last night. We'll step aside, back with more X's and Bros after this here on the Michigan Sports Network.
Football fans can turn a loss into a win with the king of sportsbooks. Hi, this is Matt Shepard. Just place a single first touchdown score or prop bet on any Monday or Thursday pro football game. If your bet loses, you'll receive up to $25 back in free bets. This offer is available all season long. Wager confidently and take your game to the next level with BetMGM. Just log onto your account or download the BetMGM app and sign up today. Then wager on any player to score the first touchdown in any Monday or Thursday pro football game. And if your bet misses, you'll still get up to $25 back in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. This is a new and existing customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire 7 days from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
Dirty oil can easily wreak havoc on your vehicle's engine, so be sure to change the oil at recommended intervals. And for a motor oil that outperforms conventional and synthetic blends, try Mobil 1, the full synthetic motor oil that keeps your engine running like new. Ask for Mobil 1 at your local Auto Value Auto Parts store. And don't forget to pick up a Wix XP oil filter to complete the job. Because when it comes to oil changes, we've got you covered at Auto Value, where service is the difference. We get it.
Imagine this, winning big at Soaring Eagle. Drift into winter on a new snowmobile. Saturday, December 3rd, 10th, 17th, and 24th. One player every hour from 6 to 10 p.m. scores $500 in premium play. At 11 p.m., one lucky winner takes home a new Polaris Pro RMK/snowmobile. Only at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Your getaway reimagined. Visit SoaringEagleCasino.com for complete rules and details.
City to the Glass City, GR to the Motor City. You're listening to X's and Bros on the Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back here to X's and Bros, Michigan Sports Network. Folks, a reminder, bowl season is officially here. There's only one place to experience all the college bowl action in the heart of the Motor City. The 8th Annual Quick Lane Bowl features Bowling Green Falcons against the New Mexico State Aggies at Ford Field on December 26th. Quick Lane Bowl Fan Fest with tailgate games, food and drink specials, and photo opportunities begins at 1 p.m. Kickoff is at 2:30. There's nothing like the holidays in football. Family 4-packs start at just $69. That's $69 for 4 tickets to get into the Quick Lane Bowl. Head on over to the QuickLaneBowl.com, QuickLaneBowl.com for more information. We'll see you for the QLB inside Ford Field day after Christmas. Come on. I mean, what? Think about the perfect stocking stuffer. That's it right there, baby. That's it. Kid opens up the stocking, sees a couple of tickets, take the little one. I mean, what's better than going to a ball game with dad? Nothing. And you know what, Dan? I'm feeling so generous. Call it, I don't even know what to call it, Ticket Clause. Ticket Clause is here.
Ticket Clause.
I'm Ticket Clause, baby. Fiesta Bowl tickets, Quick Lane Bowl tickets. I give out tickets to everything. We gave away tickets to Michigan State. Are you serious? Let's do it. 248-951-2176. 248-951-2176. Call right now. Win a pair of tickets to the Quick Lane Bowl. I'll take them right. They're digital, so it's not technically a stocking stuffer. But what you could do is you could take the digital and then email it to yourself and then print it out. And therefore, you can piece it into you can trifold, stuff it in the stocking. Kid opens up. What is this? We're going to the game. Oh, my God. Let's go. 248-951-2176. Ho, 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 baby. Ticket Clause is in the house. I like that. You like that? Well, Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins.
Oh,
Yeah, listen, come on, baby. Ticket Clause is in the house.
Oh, no, 2 pairs. We got to give away 2 pairs?
Send it. I want people going because Ticket Clause is here, baby. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. We are here for the people. Here for the people. And we want to send people to the games. Hear those bells? That means it's ticket time, folks. Ticket Clause is here. You know you want to. Head on over. 248-951-2176. You go to the Quick Lane Bowl. You might be like, hey, I don't know anything about BG. I don't know anything about New Mexico State. Well, learn a little bit. What's the matter with you? Come on. It doesn't have to be, game of the year. It doesn't have to be Michigan, Ohio State for you to take the kid to a game. We want to make it fun. We want to make it affordable. We want to make it free. 248-951-2176. Dan will get your email. Then he'll send them to you. Then you print it out, you trifold it, you stuff it in the stocking. Do I have to wear a beard? I need a Santa beard for the 20. What's the last day of the week this week? I don't even know what day it is. It's Monday. It's Monday the 19th, and we're so happy to have you with us. Man, it's a victory Monday. You can tell I'm juiced up. All right, real quick. Some other things took place over the weekend. It wasn't just Lions football. Michigan basketball snuck away from Lipscomb 83-75. So what we have here is we have a very young team that now has, with the injury to Jalen Llewellyn,
Hey, we lost our second caller. Have Diane call back in.
He's back right now. Get to the phones, Dan. Get to the phones. Frankie Collins transferred, and the problem is that you lost somebody who had experience. That's the issue. And you brought in Jalen Llewellyn, who sure was the 3-level scorer at Princeton. That's great. Prince, a guy, that's great. But he came in timid. And then you lost him for the season with a knee injury. And so I look at this team, and this team is having, they get up for Virginia, number 3 team in the country, they lose by 2. They go to London to play number 19 Kentucky, they lose by 4. They have not shown up ready to play in any other game except for Minnesota, and that's an issue. They went to the barn, and they drilled the Gophers. And every other game, you're not going to show up and play Division I college basketball and win just because you showed up, because you're going to get everybody's best shot. Now you got to travel to go see North Carolina, the Jumpman Classic, a brand new tournament for the 4 original Jumpman branded schools. North Carolina, Michigan, Oklahoma, and Florida. Men's and women's tournament down there. So everybody's headed to Carolina. That's great. You're going to come back, play Central Michigan, and then you're going to play Maryland. And Big Ten plays officially started, right? And there's not enough time in the season for you to have to get your minds right. You're 7-3 right now. You're lucky to be there because, you're 1-4 against quality opponents. Purdue, Fort Wayne, Eastern took you to the wire. Ohio took you to the wire. You smoked Pitt. You felt good about yourselves. Jackson State, whatever. Shout out to Mo Williams, head coach there. 1-4 or 1-3 against quality opponents in your 4 games. So you got to I'm concerned. I am concerned. The Detroit Pistons played last night. They took on the Brooklyn Nets, and Dwayne Casey said that they're having trouble escorting players on the switch. That's all they do is escort players on the switch. What do you mean? We switch everything, and then we escort the guy to the basket. It's what we do. Excuse me. Out of the way. Pardon me. Excuse me. Everybody move. This guy needs a layup. Drives me insane. So we're going to switch. We're going to go under the screen, and that means the guy setting the screen already has inside position on a smaller player. Drives me nuts. Stones get beat last night, 124-121. Kevin Durant went crazy. He was 14 of 22 for 43 points. Kyrie was 13 of 23 for 38 points. The rest of that team stinks. They stink. That shouldn't happen. We got Bogey, professional shooter, finished with 26 points. Jaden Ivey, 7 of 11, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, only 1 turnover. Love that line from Jaden Ivey. And out of the 7 of 11, he was 1 for 3. I think we've seen a little bit more of an improved Jaden Ivey. I think his trajectory, we're insert Dan Campbell gif here. His shot selection, he's aggressive. Got to the line. He was 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He's getting more aggressive. He's getting to the basket. He's making better decisions when to shoot. I like that a lot. Killian Hayes, welcome back. 31 minutes, 10 points, 4 of 13 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3. Tough night shooting the ball. If he shoots it decent, they win the ball game. 5 rebounds, 8 assists. They got 12 from Bags off the bench, 12 and 4 in 19 minutes. They got 10 from Sadiq Bey on 4 of 7 shooting in 19 minutes. Probably could have played a little more. And Alec Burks gave him 12. Jalen Duren, 8 and 11, along with 2 assists, 3 steals. Love to see it. I think that, I really like him inserted into that starting lineup. I think that's good for the team. And Isaiah Stewart, he had a tough night shooting the basketball. He was 1 for 3 as well. The team as a whole, 26% from 3. You're not going to win too many games like that. So the Pistons, they got trounced. It is what it is. That's the way the season, the cookie is crumbling. They have a 25% winning percentage, a.k.a. 250. They're 8-24 right now. They're a disaster. They're back in action tomorrow night at home against the Utah Jazz. 7 o'clock tip-off there. The Red Wings got pounded. And that's because, look, folks, they can't score. They cannot score the puck. They are the 7th worst in goals for right now in the entire National Hockey League. They're back in action on the road tonight after getting bamboozled by the Ottawa Senators. Special teams are an absolute mess. They lost 6-3. It's their 5th consecutive loss after that quick little 2-game win streak. We felt good about Columbus. You felt good about the win against Tampa. Now you don't feel good about anything. Lost to the Panthers, Stars, Hurricanes, Wild, now the Senators, because the Senators are scoring every power play chance they get, and they're scoring shorthanded, and they're getting empty netters. Oh, just a mess. Now you get Ovechkin tonight. Good luck, Ville Husso and the gang. Good luck. And, of course, we want to remind you, if you want to get in on any of the NBA action right now, it is the time. It is the time to do so over at DraftKings Sportsbook. Use the promo code HUGE right now. Place a $5 pregame money line bet on any NBA team to win. You'll get $150 in free bets when they do. Just use the promo code HUGE only at DraftKings. Now, if you or somebody who has a gambling problem, wants help, needs help, call the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Gambling Disorder Helpline, 800-270-7117, 21 plus, Michigan only. Eligibility and deposit restrictions to apply. Bonus issued is free bets. Eligibility and terms at DraftKings.com/basketball terms. We're back with more X's and Bros after this. Talking Lions football next on the Michigan Sports Network.
Imagine this, winning big at Soaring Eagle and filling your sleigh with $100,000. Come out for reindeer games every Friday in December from 6 to 10 p.m. Each hour, 2 players have the chance to pick a lucky reindeer and win up to $100,000 cash. Don't miss your chance at huge holiday winnings. Only at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Your getaway reimagined. Visit SoaringEagleCasino.com for complete rules and details.
If you or your family is touched by autism, learn more about Freddy's Foundation at #PopTheTap at FreddyThePizzaman.com. That's FREDI, thepizzaman.com, or email FreddyThePizzaman@gmail.com.
BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, unleashes the spirit of Las Vegas with BetMGM Rewards. Hey, this is Matt Shepard. Every time you make a wager at BetMGM, you can earn BetMGM Rewards points that you can redeem for online bonus credits like free bets and risk-free tokens. Planning a trip to Vegas? You can also convert your BetMGM points into MGM Rewards points that you can use towards dining, shows, and hotel rooms at over 20 MGM Resorts properties located on the Las Vegas Strip and nationwide. BetMGM Rewards is sports betting's premier loyalty program featuring exclusive offers, incredible experiences, and valuable perks when you wager on the BetMGM app. Sign up with BetMGM or log on today to get an even bigger piece of the action with BetMGM Rewards. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. If you think you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
You're listening to X's and Bros on the Michigan Sports Network. Can't call in? Text us using the keyword sports radio and send it to 21000. Or tweet us at XB Mornings. Now back to Danny Cahalan, Ryan Elke, and Anthony Bellino.
Welcome back here to X's and Bros on the Michigan Sports Network. Great to have you right along with us, no matter who you are, where you are, how you may be listening, all across the great state of Michigan and in Northwest Ohio as well on a Victory Monday. Is there any other better way to celebrate? Man, we got a lot of Lions coming up here in our final segment, so let's just do it. Play the song, would you please? Oh, my goodness. Let's do it.
Let's go, Lions fans. Get a bunch of seats. Get a bunch of seats. Forwards on the field. A charging team that will not yield.
And when the blue and silver wave. Everybody.
Give it to him, Crackman.
Rah, rah, rah. Go hard with the gang. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions victory. Go Lions! Oh my goodness, let's do it. Come on, people. This is the game. This game meant everything to me. It did. This game against the New York Jets meant everything to me. Why, you might be asking? I've heard enough about Robert Saleh. No offense. Love the guy. We picked the wrong guy. You know, we drafted Aiden Hutchinson, but we only did it because he was a hometown guy and he went to Michigan. Blah, blah, blah. Heard enough of that. But then we didn't take the hometown guy, and that was like some travesty because we took Dan Campbell. It was like, oh, you hired the wrong guy. Well, looky here. How about that? And before we go even further, I do have an idea. Folks, when you hear the sound, when you hear the bells, you know who's in the house? You know who's in the house? Do you guys know who's in the house?
The ticket clause?
The ticket clause is right. Bing bong. Ticket clause is in the house. Let's do it again. The response was so big. Dan's hammering the phone lines. He's trying to get email addresses.
Say, wait a minute. Dan stepped out. He's recovering from the last batch of phone callers that just called in.
All I can imagine is Dan right now with a towel around his neck and a headband on, like sweating like he's just in his third game at bowling league, and he's exhausted right now. That's all I could see. Phone lines were lit up like a Christmas tree. Also, happy Hanukkah to all of our listeners that may celebrate. Shout out to you guys. Your holiday season, I believe, started yesterday. Who doesn't love 8 days of gifts? I could get on board with that. I mean, why not? I'll light a candle
Day
right now.
2, you get Quick Lane Bowl tickets.
Boom! Boom! If I knew any sort of other reference that I could make, I don't know what I would call myself if I was Jewish, what the equivalent is. But, yeah, light a candle, day 2.
Yeah, my brother is marrying a Jewish girl. So my brother's celebrating Hanukkah in his house for the first time.
What do I... All I know about that, happy Hanukkah to Chandler and Monica. That's about all I know.
I think we all know the Adam Sandler song, but I don't know if we're, yeah.
Yeah, it's a technical foul. From 8 Crazy Nights, that'll work. Ticket clause is back. Dan, he's put the towel down. He's got the headband on, water bottle ready to go. He's gloved up. Now's your chance to win. 248-951-2176. Stuff the stocking for the little one. Take him to the Quick Lane Bowl. Come hang out with me. It's the day after Christmas. There's no better way to celebrate. We've sent people to the Fiesta Bowl. We sent people to Michigan State. Now we're sending you to the Quick Lane Bowl. Nobody's giving away more free tickets than us. Bowl season's here. The day after Christmas. Great way to spend some time with the kid. You got the day off. It's a Monday anyways. Kickoffs at 2:30. Pre-game events. Special food and drink specials. That's super special food and drink specials. Starting at 1 o'clock. That's when the Fan Fest is. Quick Lane Bowl downtown. Get your kid into Ford Field. 248-951-2176. 248-951-2176. Well, that's just exhausting. Ticket clause. I love it. I'm gonna bring I gotta find a big beard and a Santa hat for our show on the 24th. Ryan, what's our schedule like, by the way? What's the deal for the end of the week?
Sorry, what was that?
Dan's working the phones.
He's working the phones.
It's like a telethon right now. It's the telethon of tickets, baby. Are you serious? It's a super scintillating sensational, baby. You don't have to know anything about New Mexico or Bowling Green. I'm a Bowling Green alum. Both teams are 6-6. Jerry Kill's coaching at New Mexico. Scott Leffler's coaching at Bowling Green. You can come hang out with me. I might even throw you a free T-shirt. I don't know. What's our schedule like for the end of the week, though? We're on the 24th, off the 26th. Is that what it is?
No, we're not on Saturday the 24th.
The 23rd? We're on the 23rd?
No, you said we were going to be off the 23rd and the 26th.
Oh, great.
And then we're off July 2nd, the Monday after.
Okay. Boy, the morning after. Listen to that phone. Dan's working hard over there. If you're calling, just stay on the line, baby. Nobody's fills chimneys like the ticket clause. I love that. The ticket clause. Ho, 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 people. You hear the bells start to chime, you know it's Eric. Shout out to Eric Upchurch. He's riding around. He's in Sylvania right now listening. That's south of the border. He's a big maize and blue guy living in enemy territory. He said, thanks for that. I was singing along in my car. Do you have any idea the amount of years I've requested to get the fight song? I am the only person with an actual copy of that fight song. That's it. The only reason that was put together because my boss, Big Smoke, and Benji Molina put it together because I was like, hey, can I please get a copy of this for radio? And they're like,
you mean former MLB catcher Benji Molina?
Yeah, basically. He is the Benji Molina of the video room. He and my girl Jess, they're doing a hell of a job with the Detroit Lions this year. Everything you've seen on screen.
Is that Jess Van Flirten?
Jess Van Flirten.
Went to high school with her.
They Schlemmen. She's a Penn State alum. But she, look, these two, everything you see on the video board, I mean, Jess, to have her role at her age is remarkable. Remarkable. That's how, like, in the heat of a transition where we went through some changes and it was just like, here, you guys figure it out. And these two figured it out. And they earned themselves a spot. That's what it's about. It's about, can you do this? I don't know if I know how, but I'll figure this out. And under pressure, during a transition of management, where their boss was no longer around, they filled the role. And they did so in a way that earned them the spot. So I had to deal with this guy coming at me on Twitter, right? This guy's he's coming at me nonstop on Twitter. He's just relentlessly badgering me on Twitter. And I decided to answer him because this isn't like me and Freddie tweeting about, coaches and GMs or whatever. These are personal attacks on Twitter. This guy's coming after me. I got to go so deep in my mentions to even find this Yahoo. I took the time to actually, Eric Sala is his name. He's our listener. Shout out to Eric Sala. We love you, bro. Even though we had to beat your cousin. Look, this guy won't stop. And as I mentioned, Freddie and I, we go back and forth about, different coaches or whatever. And it is what it is. But it's all in good fun. It's never a personal attack. It's never that. I never attack Freddie personally. These are personal attacks. And back on the 29th, I tweeted out that there are threes everywhere. Michigan was shooting the lights out. They're 7 of 13 for three as Virginia game. This guy, Jason, says, are you the PA announcer for UM? I hope not, because the announcing of three-pointers is blatantly annoying. It's not about you. It's about the player's name and the fans watching. If it's you, you are terrible. Dial it down so people can enjoy the game. So I said, thanks for the feedback. Enjoy the game. I can't. I had to mute it. Good luck the rest of the year, and thanks for at least responding. Mad props to you for doing that. Responding like what? On Twitter? You're giving somebody credit for responding on Twitter? It takes 2 seconds to type to punch the phone. You think I'm afraid of what? The players like it, so I'll continue to do it. I said, is this your first time watching U of M? He said, nope, but the last time, it's about you and your ego. I'm a fellow broadcaster, and you and I both know you do it for your ego and not for the players. That's why you overdo the threes before saying the player's name. You know it to be true. No, I say the three after the player's name. That's area number one. Area number two is that way back when Isaiah Livers was just a freshman, right? And allegedly during practice, when somebody would hit a shot, they would imitate my disappointing opposing 3 call is what they would do. I found that fun. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. Right? That's fun. Let's say Isaiah hits a bucket. Guys would be like, Isaiah Livers for 3. It is not that it's ego related at all. It's just what I do. Man, that's what I do. And it's what I've been doing since I was a young pup working at Bowling Green for their athletic department while still a student there. So this guy says that he's a broadcaster. So I said, what do you broadcast? I'd like to tune in, radio or TV. He said, I used to as a graduate of Specs Howard. I was on in Detroit for 4 years with Eli Zarrett and Bob Hines, Jim Davis. I had to leave it because the economy went south and I had to feed my family. I think if you dialed it back a little bit, you could be one of the best, just my opinion. God, to be in your shoes. You are a blessed individual. No one would give me a gig like that. I said, I have no interest in being the best. I don't care about that. I'm just going to be myself. It's very humbling of you, this man said, and I admire that. It's like a guy who is called a hero when he lands a plane safely into the ocean, saving lives. I'm no hero. It's just me. But inside, you know he thinks he's a hero. LOL. Just like inside you, you want to be the best. Who is having a competition for PA announcers? Nobody cares about us. Nobody. We could be fired tomorrow, all of us. Like, what are you talking about? I looked this guy up on LinkedIn. I took the time because he said he's a fellow broadcaster. Well, he's not. You're not a broadcaster. If you're not actively employed. You're a former broadcaster. You're not a fellow broadcaster. You're not broadcasting anything. What are you broadcasting? Nothing. So I looked it up. I did. I looked him up on LinkedIn. And I added him on LinkedIn. So you could take a look. Take a look. I didn't get my opportunity. Well, I listened to your samples too, Chief. Ain't nothing to write home about. And I don't even like the way I sound. Hell, I wouldn't have hired me in the first place. But it is what it is. What a jerk. Nonstop, every game. Dude, mute the TV. Watch something else. I don't care. I'm not going to stop. In fact, I might even give you some more.
Like, what is he? I mean, I don't know. Mason does the exact same thing. You do it better than him, but he does the exact same thing.
Half of them love you, half of them hate you, and half of them don't care. That's the way it goes. So this guy's tweet me. I'm coming out of the tunnel yesterday, and this elderly woman stops me. She said, really great job today on announcing. Like, come on, bro. I'm not here to satisfy Purdue fans, Ohio State fans, or anybody else like that. It's about the team. That's it. I go do my job. I go home. No one's going to write about me. Nobody cares. Move on. It is what it is. I'm just going to continue to do the job. I don't even know how I got started. Oh, I get started out because of Twitter. Freddie, we were going back and forth on Twitter. That's a person like, you're an Eagle, man. LOL, people are so weird. Bet you $100 he was asked to leave. When somebody is that negative, it's all across their life. The guy is miserable. Yeah, he is miserable. I looked at his LinkedIn. Trust me, I'm well aware of who's talking to me. I'm going to clip this segment and tweet it to him. Here you go, Chief. Put this in your pipe and smoke it. Ticket clause will sneak down your chimney with a full package to delight all. Who is this person tweeting these inappropriate? This is a family-friendly show. What's the matter with you? Come on now. Ticket clause is here to spread the joy and cheer to all the children far and near to come to the Quick Lane Bowl, a tradition.
We have tons of
we got tons of winners?
Tons of winners.
Yes. I love it. So now you know, when you hear the jingle, Ticket Claus is coming on the radio, and he's ready. And you got to get your phones ready when you start to hear those sleigh bells jingling? Jing, jing, jingling, ding. It's time for you to pick up the phone. So what you need to do, if you haven't stored it already, our number here, you could save it as X's and Bros. You could save it as Michigan Sports Network. Hell, you could save it as Ticket Clause for all I care. 248-951-2176. You can actually save that as Danny Cahalan because he's the one that has to handle all this stuff. I'm like, hey, Dan, guess what? More stuff for you to do. Poor guy's got his gloves on, towel over his shoulder, headband on, sweating. He had to take a break. He literally had to walk out of the room to take a break after the last ticket bonanza. He had no idea I was even going to come after him like this. You doing okay? You hanging in there?
Yeah,
How many
I'm good.
winners
I'm
do
good.
we have?
Like 12 probably.
Oh, 12. I love that. A dozen on day one. I love that because we got to get them out to you because, I mean, we got to make sure that, you know, you get your tickets before Christmas. That way you can print them out. So it's going to be hectic the next few days. And, by the way, I can't give you too many details on what Ticket Claus has in store if things go our way on New Year's Eve, but I'll tell you. All right, who you got on hold over there?
P.O. Bill.
Post Office Bill, what's crack-a-lackin', my friend? How are you?
Hey. Tell that guy to be quiet and just listen or mute it or shut off the channels or whatever. You don't like it, too bad. You've been a wonderful radio host, a wonderful announcer for years, and keep doing it, buddy, and do it your way and tell everybody to dry up and blow away.
Dry up and blow away. You heard the man. Thank you, Post Office Bill. I appreciate you, my friend.
If they don't like it, tell them just to, just turn the channels, mute it, whatever.
Yeah, well,
dude.
One of the things, there's a saying out there is like, would you take advice from somebody who wouldn't change places with? No.
I'll change places with you in a minute.
Well, I mean, and that's like, look, P.O. Bill, you've had a long run. I miss the days you used to just pop in the studio with some donuts and whatever. Those, I mean, the good old days,
Amen,
right?
Brother.
The glory days. They would just Post Office Bill had, like, it was like, hey, he works for the post office. So just let him in here. He would just come in with food. They would just open the doors.
I mean, he's a federal employee. They're not, he knows,
How many people walk into a studio with trumpets blaring like it was like Caesar Augustus walking into the Coliseum? That was Post Office Bill back in the day. They have food and drinks for everybody. Love that guy. He's fantastic. But
and I'm still missing a drink from somebody.
Oh, yeah, Joe Kinsey from Outkick. He owes you a drink. He owes you a bottle. I don't know why he won't pay his debts. I even went up to Freddie's last week to pay my debts. I wonder how those steaks were from Freddie, by the way. Oh, there goes Bill. He's out of here. All right.
No, I'm right here.
Oh, he's still here. You watched the Lions yesterday, Bill?
Yes, I did.
How about those Lions, huh?
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm not even a Lions fan, but I root for them because it's been a long, long time fighting this game to get them to turn around. And it's nice to see them winning, and I'm very happy for them.
Thank you very much, Bill. It's been since Jungle Jim Martin back in the day, the 50s. We dominated the 50s. It's time to get back on board. They are 6-1 in their last 7 games. Won a game against the Jets. Offense didn't do anything spectacular. They had the one catch to Brock Wright there at the end. I want to really highlight here at the end of the show the effort from Khalif Raymond, the rebound from him. Bill, by the way, thank you for the call. The effort from Khalif Raymond to just rebound and rally his entire career, and the effort from Justin Jackson on that play fake to make that block to give Goff enough time to hit Brock Wright. That's all we got for the show. Ticket Claus is back tomorrow, same time, same place. X's and Bros, Michigan Sports Network.
Football fans can turn a loss into a win with the king of sportsbooks. Hi, this is Matt Shepard. Just place a single first touchdown score or prop bet on any Monday or Thursday pro football game. If your bet loses, you'll receive up to $25 back in free bets. This offer is available all season long. Wager confidently and take your game to the next level with BetMGM. Just log onto your account or download the BetMGM app and sign up today. Then wager on any player to score the first touchdown in any Monday or Thursday pro football game. And if your bet misses, you'll still get up to $25 back in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. This is a new and existing customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire 7 days from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
Dirty oil can easily wreak havoc on your vehicle's engine, so be sure to change the oil at recommended intervals. And for a motor oil that outperforms conventional and synthetic blends, try Mobil 1, the full synthetic motor oil that keeps your engine running like new. Ask for Mobile One at your local Auto Value Auto Parts store. And don't forget to pick up a Wix XP oil filter to complete the job. Because when it comes to oil changes, we've got you covered at Auto Value, where service is the difference. We get it.
Imagine this, winning big at Soaring Eagle. Drift into winter on a new snowmobile. Saturday, December 3rd, 10th, 17th, and 24th. One player every hour from 6 to 10 p.m. scores $500 in premium play. At 11 p.m., one lucky winner takes home a new Polaris Pro RMK/snowmobile. Only at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Your getaway reimagined. Visit SoaringEagleCasino.com for complete rules and details.
Bill Simonson here for my good friend Tom Rosenbach. Now, he's a managing partner at Bean Carter. They're one of America's top accounting and business firms. They're based in downtown Grand Rapids. They now have merged with Dorn Mayhew from the east side of the state, and they're stronger than ever before in the state of Michigan, the Midwest, and coast to coast when it comes to your accounting and business needs. Find out more at beancarter.com. That's BEENEGARTR.com. Also, Thomas stepped up with $1,500 in cash in the Beat Huge Pro Football Picks contest. Now, if you beat my picks just 1 week, you'll be in the drawing at the end of the pro football season for $1,500 in cash from Tom Rosenbach and Bean Carter. Thursday night game is always a freebie. You have until Sunday morning to play every week through the big game. You can play once or play every week. Do what you want to, but